Who is Luthen Rael? Is he a Jedi? Is he a Sith? Is he a former politician? Well, I posed this question to my community and I got a number of answers back. So let's dive into the signs that he is a Jedi. For one, his retractable staff looks similar to a lightsaber hilt, which makes sense considering the fact that he gave a Kyber crystal to Cassian in episode 4 Aldhani. It's also important to note what Luthen said when he gave the crystal to Cassian. He said the crystal is worth tens of thousands of credits, but to him, it was priceless. Then you have all the Easter eggs in Luthen's shop, which offer a bit of proof of his Jedi status, or at least that he is close to them. He had what looked like Plo Koon's breath mask. He also had a Jedi Temple's Guard mask and Jedi and Sith holocrons. The final bit of evidence that Luthen is a Jedi is in his speech in episode 10, where he says, "I wake up every day to an equation I wrote 15 years ago, from which there's only one conclusion. I'm damned for what I do." Andor happens 5 years before the Battle of Yavin. Revenge of the Sith occurs 19 years before the Battle of Yavin. But I'd also argue that there is a significant amount of evidence against Luthen being a Jedi. For one, you don't have to just be a Jedi or a Sith. He could be a part of the Church of the Force like Lor San Tekka, or a Guardian of the Wills like Chirrut Imwe. This would tie in Rogue One nicely and would explain why he has the items in the shop that he does. Then you have to remember who is running the show. By his own admission, Tony Gilroy was never interested in Star Wars before working on Rogue One, and is still not a fan of the franchise. He's not going to just pander to fan service. He's going to tell the story that he wants to tell, which is about rebellion and about war. And finally, I don't think that a Jedi could stray so far away from the light side of the Force and not become a dark side user. There's no way Luthen could be in the middle as a gray Jedi for 15 years. And as George Lucas says, the dark side corrupts. So one couldn't stay in the middle for very long. So if Luthen's not a Jedi, then what is he? How did he get access to this equipment? How did he become entangled in this rebellion? And so I don't think that he's a Jedi, but I do think he has close ties to the Jedi. And multiple people in the comment section said that he could be a politician, and that could be what led him to run away from the Empire and recognize Palpatine as evil. I think that he was a politician, and during that time, he started to make relationships with different Jedi, particularly Plo Koon, who would go down to the lower levels to visit him. When he heard that Plo Koon died, he was devastated, and while he was on Coruscant at a clone bar, he saw them celebrating. What were they celebrating? Well, they went to Cato Nemoidia and found in the wreckage Plo Koon's breather mask. As soon as Luthen saw this, he purchased the mask from the clones and stored it in his shop so that he could pay respects and homage to a dear friend. And as soon as he saw what Order 66 really was about, he made a vow to dethrone the Empire that overtook his friends and the Republic. Anyway, I'll take off my tin hat. Let me know down below in the comments who you think Luthen Rael is. Is he a Jedi or not?